The pandemic has been a mental, emotional, and spiritual test for many. I met with faith leaders in Helena who discussed guiding their congregations through the pandemic and the rays of light that shone the brightest. A church, by definition, is community. Over the last year, faith communities of all sizes have had to reevaluate what community looks like during a deadly pandemic.
One of the things that we have really been focusing on for the last several months is how do we build connection? How do we build community when we are physically far apart?
Virtual services have been incredibly important for churches to provide spiritual well-being while also protecting their congregation.
Community, we have learned to define it in new ways, like we do have electronic community, but throughout all of our evolution, community really meant close physical contact, and that's what we've really mourned.
Helena United Methodist Ministries and the Montana Episcopal Diocese say moving to digital has had its benefits and burdens. Ultimately, their decisions were made out of compassion towards their community, to protect and care for each and every one of their neighbors. Many religions are tactile by nature. Touching, sharing, holding are at the core of many churches, be that baptism or understanding death. One of the most important functions of any church is providing guidance through the end of life, be that an individual or a family. The very nature of the pandemic has kept people separated, which has led to many heartbreaking situations.
We've lost not very many, but a few parishioners, and it's been tough. And it's been tough for those that have died not from COVID, but from other things. I've had a staff member whose wife died of a chronic disease, and he was not able to be with her.
We've really wrestled with how do we walk with people through the important rituals of life that the church has a significant role to play with people.
Yet, even though the last year had been dark, brilliant rays of light have shone through too. Parishioners and lay members in both congregations have taken note of individuals who've become isolated from others and regularly reach out to provide that human connection.
So who's isolated? Who's living alone? Let's make sure that they get a regular phone call to check in, see how they're doing.
I really think that's, in these dark times, we have started to relearn and be reminded of what's really valuable.